Very good. Claps for those who have done. And those who didn't write, please make sure to write them. So, in your previous class, we learned problems involving linear equations. I hope you have all clarified your doubts with your teacher, if you have any. If not, please do that. Now, in this session, we will be learning linear equations using a graph. How to solve a linear equation using a graph. That is what we are going to learn. So, let us begin. What is graphing? Graphing is just a visual method for showing relationships between numbers. So, you are going to visually show the relationship between numbers using a graph. Now, in your previous class, that is in your lower classes, we studied how to represent integers on a number line horizontally. So, we have learned what is a number line. Yes? You know that? Yes? What are integers? Integers are numbers having both positive and negative integers with 0. Yes? So, here, and we learned how to represent them in a number line, and it is represented as a horizontal line. Now the same thing, we are going to take one more line, but that should be a vertical line. Now we take one more number line vertically. We take the graph sheet keeping both the number lines perpendicular to each other at O. So what I am going to do, I am going to take the horizontal line and the vertical line such that both the lines are perpendicular at the point O. Now look at this graph. So there is a horizontal line and a vertical line, and both are perpendicular to each other at the point O. Now this horizontal line is named as XOX dash. Okay, so XOX dash is called as the x-axis. Now this vertical line is named as YOY dash, which is called as the y-axis. Both the axes are called as coordinate axis. What are those axes called as? Coordinate axis. The plane containing the x-axis and the y-axis is known as the coordinate plane or the Cartesian plane. So the plane which contains both the x-axis and the y-axis is known as what? Cartesian plane. A point is denoted by a pair a, b of two numbers a and b listed in a specific order, in which a represents the distance along the x-axis and b represents the distance along the y-axis. So I am going to denote a point as a and b, where a is the distance along the x-axis and b is the distance along the y-axis. Now this point a, b is called as the ordered pair. Okay. Now moving on, the coordinate axis. What are the coordinate axis? The x-axis and the y-axis. Okay. The coordinate axis divide the plane into 4 regions, and these regions are called as quadrants. Now look at this graph. So you have 4 regions and there are 4 quadrants. So the first quadrant consists of x and y values. Both the x and y values are positive. Look at the second quadrant. The second quadrant has x as negative and y as positive. Now move on to the third quadrant. Both x and y are negative values. The last quadrant, you will have the x as positive and y as negative. So these are the 4 quadrants. Okay, understood children? Remember this, we will be doing the exercise for this also. Okay, now next we are going to start the exercise 3.8. First we'll start with the fill in the blanks. First one, x-axis and y-axis intersect at. So intersect means what is the meeting point of both x and y? Remember? Yes, both the x-axis and the y-axis are perpendicular and intersect at the point 0, 0. That point is also called as what? Origin. So the answer is origin, which is written as 0, 0. The point is, okay, 0, 0. Next, the coordinates of the point in third quadrant are. So just now we just found what are the quadrants. Okay, there are 4 quadrants and they asked the coordinates of the point in the third quadrant. So first you'll have both x values, x and y values as positive. Second, x value will be negative, y will be positive. Third, what happens? Both x and y value becomes negatives. Okay, so what is the answer? The third quadrant consists of negative coordinates of the point. Okay, next, 0, -5 point lies on. So now take 0 is the x value, -5 is the y value. Now where does this point lies? When you just assume a graph, okay, assume a graph, there will be an x-axis and a y-axis. So this point 0, -5, where will it lie? It will lie on the y-axis because x coordinate is what? 0. There's only y coordinate, so the point lies in y-axis. Okay, next, the x coordinate is always 0 on the y-axis. The previous sum what we did. Okay, the answer is clearly, the step is clearly mentioned here. Always the x coordinate will be 0 in the y-axis. Next, dash coordinates are the same for a line parallel to y-axis. So what coordinates will be same for the line parallel to y-axis? The x coordinates will be the same for a line parallel to the y-axis. Okay, now moving on to true or false. -10, 20 lies in the second quadrant. Remember the second quadrant? The first quadrant consists of both x and y as positive. Second quadrant consists of x is negative, y is positive. So their question is that the given point should lie in the second quadrant. Now second quadrant, x should be minus. See the second x value, -10. So x is negative. What about y? Y should be positive. 20. Yes, 20 plus 20, it is true. So the answer is true. Next, -9, 0 lies on the x-axis. Okay, so it is, this point is lying on the x-axis. So that means my y coordinate should be 0. Yes. So let me check whether the point y is 0. Yes. X is -9 and what happens to y? It is 0. So therefore it is true. The y coordinate is 0 on the x-axis. Next, the coordinates of the origin are 1, 1. Just now we started the first one, fill-ups. You just see above, x-axis and y-axis intersect at the origin. And origin, what is the point we have said? It is 0, 0. So what is the answer for this, true or false? It is false because the point is given as 1, 1, not 0, 0. So it is false. Okay. Now third sum, find the quadrants without plotting the points on the graph sheet. So they have just asked you to find out where the points lie in the quadrants without doing it in a graph sheet. Okay, so what I have done is I've just approximately I've drawn an x-axis and a y-axis. I've just denoted as 4 quadrants. The first quadrant, x, y positive value. Second quadrant, x is negative, y is positive. Third quadrant, x and y is negative. Fourth quadrant, x positive and y negative. So this is the approximately I've just drawn a graph. Okay, just to identify where the point is. Okay, so I've just written points in one column, the quadrants in the other column. So let us go to the first point, 3, -4. So here 3 is x. X is positive and minus 4 is negative. So when you look at this approximately, when you plot it, x is positive and y is negative. So where it will be? Where is x positive and y negative? In the fourth quadrant. Yes or no? So I will write the fourth quadrant. Just the number. Okay, 4. Fourth quadrant I will just write it. Okay, the Roman number 4 I will write. Next, 5 comma 7. So both here my x and y value are positive. So in your graph, this approximately we have drawn that graph where both the values are positive in the first quadrant. Yes, very good. Next, 2 comma 0. So we have to be very sure. 2 comma 0, x is 2 and y is 0. So when will be the y coordinate be 0? When the point lies on the x axis. Yes. So what happens here? This point 2 comma 0 lies on the x axis. Yes. Next one, minus 3 comma minus 5. So here both my x and y value both are negative. So where is the quadrant? Which is the quadrant that has both the values as negative? The third quadrant. Yes? Understood? Next one. Here 4 comma minus 3. 4 is positive and minus 3 is negative. So here what is the quadrant? The fourth quadrant, which consists of x is positive and y as negative value. Yes? Next. Minus 7 comma 2. So x is negative, 2 is positive. So what is the quadrant that will be having x as negative and y as positive? The second quadrant. Yes. So side by side, just look at the approximately drawn graph. Okay. Now minus 8 comma 0. Again there is a 0 as y coordinate. So what happens to this point? This point lies on the x axis because the y coordinate is what? 0. Yes. Okay. Next, 0 comma 10. Now my x value, x coordinate is what? Is 0 and y is 10. So what happens to this point? This point lies on the y axis. Yes. Very good. Next, the last one, minus 9 comma 50. So here x is negative, y is positive. So how it happens? It belongs to the second quadrant. Understood, children? Just go through the approximately drawn graph, so you will get thorough with this. Okay, it's just quite easy only. Next one. Now we are going to plot the graph on a graph sheet. Okay, plot the following points in a graph sheet. So they are given as A and the points are given till K, A to K. So what we are going to do is, first you are going to draw the x axis and the y axis. So I have drawn two perpendicular lines, one vertical number line, you can say that as number line. So one vertical and one horizontal line, that is x axis and the y axis, x dash, y dash. Okay, so that is what I have done. Now how to do the scale? Now we first, for the positive value of x, see which is the highest value. So here all see in all the points A, B, C, D, see the first value, that is the x coordinate, positive value which is highest. So now when you look at it, 5 minus 7 is not included. We'll just take the positive x values alone. So 5, 0, 2, 7, 2, 8. So that means my x value should be 8. 8 is the highest. So I can have my x value, the highest is positive x value as 8. And what is for negative? Negative symbol, which is the highest? Minus 7. Yes? Yes or no? Yeah, very good. Similarly, that is what I am going to draw the scale. Next, for y also we will find out. Y, which is the highest positive value. So K 0, 7. 7 is the greatest value for y. So that will be the positive value for y. For negative, what is the highest value? minus 5. Yes, so minus 5 is the greatest value. So you will have the x-axis starting from positive is 1, 2, 3, it goes on, negative minus 1, minus 2, it goes on till for x it goes on till 8 I have done, and for x positive value it is up to 8. Here for y-axis, positive y-axis, it is up to 8 I have drawn, and for y negative values of y, it is up to minus 7. So we are going to start plotting the points first. So A, what is the first point? 5 comma 2. So 5 is x value. So A 5 comma 2. So I'm going to just zoom it and show to you. Okay. So here A is 5 comma 2. So 5 in the x axis and 2 in the y axis. So the point, the intersection point of these two I'm going to mark. So 5 taking that from there in the x-axis and 2 from the y-axis, they meet at this point A. That is what I have marked, A of 5 comma 2. Next B is minus 7 comma minus 3. Okay, so minus 7 is the value of x, so negative value, so minus 7 in the x-axis and minus 3 in the y-axis. So the meeting point is denoted as minus b, b of minus 7 comma minus 3. Next point is C. C is what? Minus 2 comma 4. So minus 2 in the negative value of x and 4 in the positive value of y. So see what I have done. I just drawn that C of minus 2 comma 4. Next, moving on to D. What is the D point? Minus 1 comma minus 1. Both my x and y are negative. Okay. So D of minus 1 comma minus 1. Next, E. What is the point E? 0 comma minus 5. So 0 comma minus 5 is x coordinate is 0 and minus 5 is in the y coordinate. So the point lies on the negative axis of y. Okay. Next, after E, F. F is 2 comma 0. So 2 comma 0, what is it? 2 is on the x-axis, 0 is on the y-axis. So 0 in the y coordinate. So what happens here? The point lies on the x axis. Yes, very good. Next, after F, G. So moving on to G. What is the G point? 7 comma minus 4. 7 is x coordinate and minus 4 in the y coordinate. Okay, so what I have done here? G of my 7 comma minus 4. Next, after G, H. H coordinate is where? Here, minus 4 comma 0. So what happens? The y coordinate is 0. That means the point lies on the x axis. Okay. Next one, after H, I. I point is 2 comma 3. So I 2 is in the x axis, 3 is in the y axis. So that be I of 2 comma 3. Next, after I, J. J is 8 comma minus 4. 8 on the x coordinate and minus 4 in the y coordinate. That is J of 8 comma minus 4. And the last point, K. K is 0 comma 7. So that is 0 in the x coordinate, that is it is 0, x value is 0, and 7 in the y coordinate. So this point lies on the y axis. So that's what we have just plotted the points. And the scale, just look at the scale, x axis. Okay, so I said which is the highest value, which is the lowest value, we have just found out, right? So from that we are going to write the scale. So we have written the numbers from 1, 2, 3, etc. So the scale will be for x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Similarly for y we have taken the same thing. So y axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Okay, so this is how we have plotted the graph. Next, so I was thinking about giving this as homework because it's just easy to identify the given symbols or figure. Okay, this each star shape is there, medal is there, circle is there, an ant is there, bee is there. So you have to identify at what point this star or circle or triangle lies on the graph. Okay, so this is similar to the third sum, the coordinates. Okay, you're just going to write the points here, not the coordinates here, the point where they are meeting, where the star or a bee or an ant lies. So I try this as homework, but the notes are already given. You can just go through the notes, but do it as homework. Okay, children, so with this we have completed this exercise, and please go through the notes, write the notes and send it to your respective teachers for correction. Clarify your doubts then and there. All the best, children. So we'll meet in the next session. Thank you. Bye.